Today's frequently excelled question with Yakir Haven. Today's question is about comparing two lists to find unique values. Often this comes up when you have a large email list and then you also have an unsubscribed list and you'd like to remove the unsubscribed list from the main list. That's a typical example, but there are many other times you want to compare two lists, one bigger and one smaller. So let's do it. We have here our first list, which is our main list of all the email addresses. It's quite large. And then in this tab, we have the small list. We want to check which of these smaller email address list values are found inside the bigger list, and then we're going to delete them to clean out the list. So jump into cell B2 and use the COUNTIF formula. The range is going to be the entire small list, so we can use Command-Shift down. Remember to lock the range, as we're going to be autofilling this formula down and need the range to stay. And the criterion will just be cell A2 of the bigger list. Close the bracket, hit enter, and now we have our function. We can double click to autofill, and we now have a column which indicates whether this email address is found in the unsubscribed list or not. A 0 means that it's not found, which means it's not unsubscribed, and a 1 or a 2 or anything more than 0 means that this email address is found in the unsubscribed list and therefore should be deleted. In order to delete it, we put a filter on the first row. Then we only show the values that are not 0. So in this case, that's just 1. And now we have a list of all the email addresses in the big list that have unsubscribed. So if you want to delete them, you can do a highlight and then delete the rows. Turn the filter off, and you now have a cleaned list of email addresses. You can then remove this column, and you're done. The reason it works is that the COUNTIF function checks for every one of the email addresses in this sheet whether they exist inside the unsubscribed sheet. If they do, it's going to have a 1, or if they exist twice, it's going to have a 2 or a 3, etc. But if they don't exist, it's going to have a 0. Therefore, we know that a 0 means they're not contained in the unsubscribed list and they can stay, whereas a 1 or a 2 or more means they are unsubscribed and they have to go. We'll see you on the next frequently excelled question.